So now let's look at our definition of like terms. Two or more terms that have the same variables that are raised to the same power. That's your exponent and can be combined. Remember, your exponent and your variable both have to be the same in order for them to be like terms. So make sure you go ahead and pause it and fill in the definition for like terms. Here's our next one. On the left are examples of expressions. All of them are expressions. And on the right, they are not expressions. Go ahead and see if you can pause the video and circle which ones are expressions. Okay, so I'm going to circle which ones are expressions here. There's actually 4 of them on this one. I hope I didn't trick you for that. So what do we think an expression is? So I see that the ones we've circled have terms. Some have like terms. Actually, none of those actually have any like terms. But what you should notice is they do not have equal sign. So the ones in the middle have an equal sign and an answer on the other side, where an expression is just terms, but no equal sign and an expression on the other side. Oh, make sure that you have those circled. Go ahead and circle those and make sure you have those, all 4 of those circled. So here we go, expression. And you're going to fill this on your definition sheet, is a group of numbers, variables, and operations with no equal sign. That's very important. No equal sign. Here we go. Numerical expression is another definition I want you to fill in. A mathematical phrase that uses numbers, operations, symbols only, no variables with no equal sign. So we know it's an expression, no equal sign. Got it. But what makes it numerical? It's with numbers. Numerical means numbers. So there's no variables in this. So there's no letters. So it's just numbers. So 6 plus 4 is a numerical expression because it does not have a variable. So go ahead and fill that in on your definition sheet. So here's algebraic expression. Sounds like algebra. Let's see what it means. A mathematical phrase that uses variables and operation symbols and may include numbers with no equal sign. So an algebraic expression is going to have numbers, going to have your operations, add, subtract, multiply, divide, but it also has variables. So this is your ones with letters. So x plus 4 is an algebraic expression. No equal sign, and it includes variables. Go ahead and pause right now and make sure you have all your definitions up to this point filled in. Algebraic expression. So here's our next one, equations. So this first box are all equations. This next box are not equations. Go ahead and pause the video and figure out which ones are equations. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to be circling your equations. It's actually these middle 3. They all have equal signs and an answer on the other side. So go ahead and make sure you have all 3 of those circled. They've got that equal sign. So equations have the equal sign. Expressions do not. So here's your definition, a mathematical sentence that shows that 2 expressions are equivalent and must have an equal sign. So you've got your equal sign in the middle, and you've got expression on both sides of it. 2 expressions are equivalent, are equal with an equal sign. Go ahead and pause and fill in your definition on your sheet. Here's our last set of definitions, and we actually talked about these a little bit when we were doing our evaluating before your quiz. So substitute means to replace a variable with a number. So I have 3 plus x if x equals 7. So what I would write would be 3 plus 7. So substitute just means changing out your variable for a number. Go ahead and fill that in on your definition sheet, as well as go ahead and add that example in just so you remember it with an example. And then the last one we have for today is evaluate, which we've talked about evaluating, mathematically solve an expression or compute the following using order of operations. So down here, here's an example, 4 squared plus 10. Remember, we just did our quiz on order of operations. So 4 squared is 4 times 4 equals 16, plus 10 equals 26. So that is how you evaluate. You just need to solve, always using order of operations. So I hope you should have all your examples and non-example sheet filled in. Remember, you've got all those examples circled of what they are. And then you should have all your definition sheet blanks filled in. If you do not, just rewind the video to that section and make sure you understand what you're missing. Again, the biggest thing, coefficients are your copilots, not the actual variable, but the number next to your variable. And then your constants are your numbers that are by themselves. Thanks for watching.